teaching there in Colombia, I didn't mind if there was only one student. It was okay because all my classes were like at 7, 6 or p.m. So it was barely used to.
Alright, we have quiz this morning. The quiz is for 5 minutes because it's a 5 question. Do you have anything to ask before they come? Today we're going to cover annular flow. Hopefully we can cover everything about annular flow, and we will cover Ansari comprehensive well-bore model. Okay.
For today?
Close note, stop at 11:05:15.
Stop.
Step number 1, write your name. Okay. I didn't start at 11:00:00. I wait 15 seconds. There's a penalty if you do it wrong. Okay. If you don't do anything, you get 0. You have 2 minutes left. It's not fair for me to come here and you don't come. If I'm on time, you have to be on time. You done yet? There's a penalty if you do it wrong. Okay, but it's very easy. So that people who come on time will get what they deserve. Wait, no talking. It's a quiz, no talking. If you ever ask them, I give both of you F. You write your name?
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? You want to submit, sir? Are you sure? Please. I'll pick it up at 11:05:15.
Take the picture.
Okay.
This is.
Write your names. There's a penalty for the wrong answer. I think you can do it. You have 30 seconds left. There's penalty for doing it wrong. 15 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Want to submit now? Yeah. Alright. You know my time is precious. If I'm on time, I respect your time. When I respect your time, I expect the same thing. You don't need to say doctor accurate or anything. Just say accurate. Respectful means come on time. Okay? The class starts at 11. Disrespectful behavior means you don't come on time. You don't respect my time. Please come on time. If you come on time, I'll give the quiz at the end. This one pretty easy, right? Okay. Let's do the solution. So where is that one? Transition F. Okay. Hung, what about that? Transition what? Wrong, -2. Victor. G. G as a golf. Okay, transition G.
Yes.
Hung, what's that one? Transition what? -2. It's transition E. Okay, let's change. Yes, what's that one?
H.
Correct. Isaac, what's that one?
G.
J. Okay. You don't even need to read any book to come to this class, right? This is fundamental, basic. We go over it every class. If you cannot answer this, it's not my fault. Because what? If you ever pay any attention to the class, like last time, I show this picture, did I not? Yeah. The last time we talked about transition H a little bit, and you already know E, and last quiz is more difficult than this because last quiz has this picture on, but you have to match with equation, right? This one is easier. I should just, okay, 1 minute quiz, but if I do 1 minute, you could not make it, right? Did you get that? Yeah, okay. Today we're going to try to cover all about annular flow. Okay. You ready? In this course, it doesn't mean that when you come to class you get A, okay? You get whatever you earn. Or not you, not I give you. I'm allowed to give you whatever you earn. Okay? Not just A. If you earn F, I give you an F. Okay? If you earn D, I give you D. If you earn A, I obviously give you A. Of course, at the end there's a bonus point, 10% that I didn't post it yet. If you think you need some kind of insurance policy, do that one.
You post it right now so that we can have much time.
Oh, okay. At least before Thanksgiving, right?
No, like right now, so we can start working.
Have you finished the homework?
Which one?
Did I post the homework?
Yeah.
As promised, right? According to the syllabus, whenever that is, you have your syllabus. Have I ever missed any homework? No, when you have homework. And today we're supposed to talk about what? Transition to shunt flow. But we are ahead of the schedule a little bit, right? Okay. And last time we get homework 5. And the last homework will be homework 6 over the Thanksgiving. Of course, I'll try to upload that today. If you want to do parallelly with other homework. Okay? Let's come back to annular flow. Annular flow pattern is very important. It happened in well ball and nuclear reactor. In nuclear reactor, it can be falling field. Okay, but basically it's an annular flow. Okay, nuclear reactor, you can have annular flow. Okay, or other kind of two-phase flow. When you have like phase change, okay, it could be annular flow. Or heat exchanger could have annular flow. Okay, but in the oil and gas context, we talk about annular flow with a little bit large inner pipe diameter. Okay. We talk about this a little bit. I show you the closure relationship without explaining anything. Just tell you it's a closure relationship. We have several of them, right? And did I show this page? I equal to 1 plus 300 delta over D. So we will show you the formula again. It's the ratio of the friction factor between interfacial friction factor and superficial core friction factor. Okay. And researcher made closure relationship for capital I. Alright. In several kind of form. Okay. Like sometimes we have this kind of form, that kind of form, any other form. It's just closure relationship. Okay, we have several of them. And of course, we don't have this, right? I explained last time we don't have this. All right. Other than the closure relationship for I, okay. If we want to make it very easy, I equal to 1 plus 300 delta over d. If we know the film thickness in the annular flow, we can tell the ratio between friction factor of Fi over Fsc, superficial core friction factor, based on film thickness. Or it may be based on film thickness and fluid property, or maybe some other terms too, like Reynolds number, viscosity, some other term. Okay? Alright, that's the closure relationship part. I haven't talked about how to use it yet. Let's talk about the definition of F sub E. Entrainment fraction. By definition, it is the ratio between WL of droplet. WL is mass flow rate. Okay? Mass flow rate of droplet over total mass flow rate of liquid phase. Droplet is a liquid phase, right? Mass flow rate of liquid droplet in the core zone over total liquid mass flow rate. That is entrainment fraction. Do you have this in your book? If not, write it down. Okay? So I put it here, ratio of the droplet volumetric flux to the total liquid volumetric flux. Why? Why is have anything to do with volumetric flux? Why should it be anything with volume when we talk about mass flow rate? Density is the same, right? Density of droplet and density of liquid phase is the same. Okay? So ratio of mass flow rate is the same as ratio of volumetric flow rate, because density is the same. F sub E has another closure relationship. Okay. Do we need to know F sub E? Yes. We need to know how many droplets is in the core part. Okay. How do we know that? Wallis proposed closure relationship. First we calculate phi. Okay. Phi is based on Vsg mu g sigma. So phi is just based on fluid property, right? And superficial gas velocity. Once we know that it's just fluid property, we plug it in this equation, then we can get F sub E. Okay? That is okay for the case that Wallis compared their prediction or his prediction with the experiment. Okay? We have other things too, like Oliman et al. We have several term here, beta 1, beta 2, beta 3, beta 4, beta 5, beta 6, 7, 8, 9. Each of them is exponents of fluid property. Okay. Okay, we have pipe diameter here. We have volumetric flow rate of liquid and gas here, or superficial velocity, and we have G value. But basically, F sub E can be calculated right up front. It comes from experiment. Okay. And then we plug it in, we can calculate F sub E, right? Okay. Any questions so far? We haven't talked about how to use capital I yet. Okay, we just talked about F sub E. Ishii and Mishima. Okay. I think they're from Japan, look like Japanese name. We have F sub E based on modified Weber number. Weber number WE prime Reynolds number of the film part. Okay. So WE prime is this expression. Okay. dF is hydraulic diameter of the liquid film, which we are going to talk about. So we have other closure relationship for F sub E. Okay. But this equation, look at this equation carefully. We have dF. You see that dF. Okay. And this is Weber number, and it's to the power of 1.25, right? 1.25 means dF will be to the power of 1.25. Reynolds number is rho v d over mu. It will be d to the power of 0.25. So we need to know d sub f, hydraulic diameter of the film. How do you know the hydraulic diameter of the film? Do we need to know the film thickness? Okay. So maybe this one cannot really be calculated right up front. Okay, we may need to do some iteration or something. Okay? Alright. Once we identify the flow pattern, then we want to calculate pressure drop. Okay? Pressure drop, our set of 1991 model is good for vertical and off vertical flow. Okay. Fully developed flow, uniform film thickness, homogeneous no slip of gas, and the entrant droplet in the core. Okay. Droplet in the gas core must be at the same actual velocity as the gas phase in the core. No slip between droplet and gas phase. Okay. Typically it is like that. It's just average velocity concept. No velocity profile consideration. No, it's just average velocity concept. Isothermal and incompressible flow. Incompressible flow means velocity has to be a lot less than speed of sound, which we are, right? If we, 10 meters per second, 20 meters per second, we are a lot less than speed of sound. Incompressible flow, the rate of change of momentum is neglected. And you see why it's neglected. So basically it doesn't have any acceleration or term. So we start with momentum balance. Okay. Tau S over A something. You can derive it. And we talk about it a little bit already, right? These two equations. 4.79 is about liquid phase. Okay. When we look at liquid phase, mass go down, right? So mass is rho AF L G sine theta, right? But if I want to divide it by cross-section area and length, I get just rho G sine theta. Okay? Everything we do force and then divided by cross-section area and the length, or force per unit volume. That is this equation. What about pressure term? On the top we have P plus dP. On the bottom we have what? Just P, right? So net force will be dP multiplied by AF, right? Okay. But we divided by area and length. That's why it's become dPdL. Where does that minus sign come from? Isaac.
Which minus sign?
Why do we have that minus sign? Where does it come from? Huh?
That's pressure.
Is that a typo?
No.
Oh, it's not typo, really? Why do we have minus sign over there?
It's pressure drop.
Do you want to get A? It doesn't mean that when you answer this, you will get A. No. But whoever should get A should be able to answer this. Do you agree? Well, you may get A eventually, don't worry about it. Why do we have minus sign over there?
Because it's moving in the opposite direction.
Huh? When you explain that to yourself, that it makes sense. What moving into the opposite direction of the flow? Pressure? Who do you want to have?
That's yeah.
That DP?
Yeah.
Do you understand this? When I listen to what you say, doesn't make me feel like you understand it. This is your expertise, right? Let's say they have technical interview, can you be able to answer it? I'm so worried about it. Why do you have minus sign over there? What? What moving down?
Based on the diagram.
Based on the diagram, what moving down? What is moving down?
Pressure.
What? Friction or pressure or what do you say?
Frictional pressure drop.
Frictional pressure drop, moving down, really? Yes? Why do you have negative sign over there?
Because it's a pressure drop and it's negative, so it's negative.
I think I like the answer that this comes from free body diagram. We define pressure at point Z as P, okay? And we define pressure at point Z plus dL as P plus dP, right? See what I'm saying? And that is the external force acted on the control volume. Okay? And we happen to move upward. When we move upward, the next point is the pressure that push on the control volume is pushing down. P plus dP has negative sign. P on the bottom has positive sign. These two cancel each other, so we just have minus dP. You like this answer more? What if we're moving down? If we're moving down, are we going to have minus dPdL in our force balance or momentum balance? You have to draw another picture. Okay, over here will be P pushing down, and over here will be P plus dP pushing up. And if you define that downward is positive or flow direction is positive, you get the same thing. If you define that upward is positive, you don't have minus sign. It just comes from free body diagram. Okay? Explain it correctly, please. We have just 4 people.
I said from the diagram is moving.
What moving down? It's not clear.
The DP, that's what I said.
DP is moving down.
It's moving down, right?
Okay. Maybe it's correct, but I don't quite fully, it's not quite fully clear for me. If you don't do research in multiphase flow, I don't pick up on that too much, right? If you're in the reservoir, you're fine. Alright, we have both equations. According to this diagram, tau I is moving up, right? Is it up? So tau I, that liquid phase C, liquid phase feel like the shear stress, interfacial shear stress, pulling it up. So that's why when we look at the liquid film, tau I is up. Tau wall, pulling it down. So it's minus sign over there. Okay? The opposite is for, see this opposite is for core part. The question that I have right now is, can you do this kind of force balance for falling film case? Falling film case. You have this kind of equation, can you do it? Hopefully you can. Maybe we'll talk about it soon, okay? And let's quiz you later about that. How about that? Maybe not today. we have two equations. Any question on the sign? On the bottom part, we have minus dpd L sub c. Same thing, right? Gravity moving down. Okay, great.
No question.
Yes, question.
What is that substitute?
Core. Core means gas phase combined with small liquid droplet. If you happen to do it for high viscosity oil case, for example, in the final exam, if you do vertical flow, high viscosity oil case, in the film has droplet, gas bubble entrained inside. Will you be able to write, and you know the hole up of the droplet in the film zone, will you be able to do any pressure drop calculation or rederive the whole ELF model? Maybe. Because in my lab, liquid film has air bubble, right? This doesn't have. But if it has air bubble, are you going to be fine? I think you will if you understand this. What if there is a solid particle in there, small sand particle? Okay. Can you write the momentum balance? The reason that we go into this depth is not about, hey, I want to know just the pressure drop. I want you to be able to do more, not just this. See what I'm saying? Alright. We have F for film, C for core. Pressure drop per unit length in core part and in the film part, they're the same. Top equation minus bottom equation. I have seen the combined momentum equation that one of you did. You didn't cancel this term. Okay, I gave 8 instead of 10. But in the actual next time, I just give you 0. Okay. The reason that we do combined momentum equation is to cancel this pressure gradient term. If you don't cancel pressure gradient term, there's no point. Okay? If you add them together, no, that's not what we want to do. Alright, especially for Tytodala model, okay, they didn't do it that way. Alright, film minus core, do the math, we get that equation. Next step is about geometric relationship. Okay, AC, area of the core, is pi d squared over 4, but that has to be adjusted d. So it's the diameter minus 2 of the film thickness. You agree? It's just a math, right? So we get AC based on delta. What about AF? AF we have ring area pi over 4. Outer diameter square minus inner diameter square. Inner diameter is d minus 2 delta, right? Okay. Do the math. You get that expression. And it's correct. Or you expand it and do what I did. You get the same thing as in Johan book. S sub I. What is S sub I? Weighted parameter? No, it's a interface parameter that gas and liquid phase they touch each other. So we use pi d, but that has to be adjusted d. So pi d minus 2 delta. Alright? S sub L, the parameter that it touch the wall, pi capital D. Question on this? No question? Alright. Hydraulic diameter of the film. Okay. Hydraulic diameter typically is 4A over S, right? Yes, why it is 4A over S? Where does this equation come from?
4.3.2.
What's the physical meaning of hydraulic diameter? You are about to get A. It's not about the grade, okay? I want you to be able to talk when people ask you a fair question, if they ask something strange, you cannot answer it, it's fine. But if they just ask you this, you must be able to say it. Who do you want to help you? Yes? Point the finger. Oh, Victor, what's the physical meaning of hydraulic diameter? Where does that come from and why it's like that?
It's a equivalent diameter. It comes from for a whole bisection. The diameter will be the same diameter for the pipe. For example,
I think your definition is okay, but it's not concise.
okay,
I would think hydraulic diameter is the diameter that is equivalent for the pipe flow case. Yeah, you said that. Right? Just that. So if this is perfect pipe, circular pipe, A will be pi d squared over 4, S will be pi d. 4 pi d squared over 4 become pi d squared, and the denominator will be pi d, so that cancel that, become just diameter. So for the perfect circular shape, the hydraulic diameter is the same as the diameter of the pipe, right? Okay. But the film is not that. So we put AF is the equation that we get from the previous slide. This equation, the ring area. We put it there, do the math, we get that. Okay. S is the parameter where velocity equal to 0. Okay. Because in the pipe flow, we have S equal to pi d, and pi d is a parameter that velocity equal to 0. When we have thin flow, liquid see the wall as a location that velocity equal to 0. But the inner part, that is the core, it doesn't see as a part that has velocity equal to 0, right? So that's why S sub L is just pi d. Okay? It's not pi d plus pi parenthesis d minus 2 delta. No, it's just pi d. Okay? Alright, hydraulic diameter of the core. Same formula for A over S. We use SI. So the core see the film, the parameter that attached to the film, like very slow compared to the core itself. Okay? Kind of 0 over there. If it is 0 over there, then it's perfect, but it's not quite right. Okay, we say parameter that is connect to the film part that have low enough velocity, and we use that as the definition of S. S sub I. So for AC over S sub I, substitute the formula that we have previously, we get that. Okay? You don't believe me, you do the math. It is that. Okay? Mass balance. So we done with geometric relationship. 4.83. Mass balance 1 minus FE. Okay. F sub E is WL droplet over total WL. 1 minus FE will be WL over WL minus WL droplet over WL equal to, what is WL minus WL droplet? It becomes WL film, right? WL film will be Q film, rho film, or rho L. Cancel rho, so it's a 1 minus FE is the ratio of volumetric flow rate between the film and the total. Right? Q film, therefore, equal to QL according to this. Therefore, equal to QL multiplied by 1 minus FE. Substitute the QL is AP VSL. Do the math, we get VF AF. VF AF is not the same definition on the slug flow. In the slug flow we have VF, and that VF is the relative velocity. But this time that VF is the actual velocity. Velocity of the film multiplied by area of the film equal to film volumetric flow rate. Make sense? Okay. VF, okay, rearrange this, put AF over here, you get that equation, okay. Put the definition of AP over there, and definition of AF over there. Where's the definition of AF from previous slide, right? Do you have definition of AF from previous slide? That's what it is. Substitute everything, we get equation 4.85. Relationship between actual film velocity to superficial liquid velocity based on entrainment fraction and based on thickness. Okay. At this point, is there any approximation that we did? Do we need to know which cross-shell relationship to be used for FE? No, we don't. Whatever cross-shell relationship to be used, if FE is the correct FE, the expression is like this. So this equation is the equation with no assumption other than, hey, it's perfectly circular shape. That's what it is. Okay, just that. This is no assumption. Fundamental. It's the first principle based on that picture. The only assumption is this picture. Okay. So we use average velocity approach. We don't consider the profile. It's perfectly spherical shape. No variation in fluid property within the control volume. Okay. Viscosity the same, everywhere, isothermal flow, that's what it is. Okay, we have this VF. Next step, by definition of F sub E, we try to do the same thing for gas core. F sub E is WL droplet over WL total, or Q droplet over Q total. So Q droplet equal to QL FE. Do you have this equation in your book? Yes?
Which one?
QFE, Q droplet equal to QLFE. Maybe not. Is it that? Yeah, they assume that you know it. They assume that you know it. But I find frequently that assumption is not like quite valid. But now you know it, right? F sub E is a volumetric fraction and also mass fraction. Alright, core WC is gas mass flow rate plus droplet mass flow rate. Add them together is core mass flow rate. Gas mass flow rate is let me restart the camera. Any question? No question? If we don't have the quiz, could you please come on time?